Dibs, it's Bennett here with your last and final fantasy football recap for the 2024 season. We have the results of our Super Bowl, and I'll be getting to the recap of that game plus the third place game in just a moment. But first, I want to just thank everyone for playing this year. Didn't have a lot of smack talk or trades, but everyone participated. Everyone kept their teams active, even those like myself whose teams were out of the running pretty early on. So thank you to everyone for participating. I also realized that I never announced the breakdown of the winners. So in a 12-team league with $50 buy-in, there's a total of 600 in the pool. With 12 teams, I feel it's very difficult just to make the playoffs. So the top 4 teams are going to get money. If you made the playoffs, you are guaranteed to at least get your buy-in money back. So the payout is as follows. First place, $300. Second place, $150. Third place, $100. And fourth place, $50. Now, one note is that I will not be making any of those payouts until everyone in the league has paid their dues. There is just one person outstanding at this point. I have contacted him privately, so I'm sure it's just a matter of time before I get the money. I'm sure it's just an oversight. So just a note there on how the money is broken down and when you can expect payment. All right, so let's get into the games here. Pretty much no suspense, so I'm going to go ahead and just show you the winners bracket. You've got Gritty Dancer winning our championship. Congratulations. He beats Judgment Day in a pretty uneventful Super Bowl, and the Derry Demons get away with the win for the third place game. So let's check that out now. We have the Derry Demons winning the third place game over 2 Cups and 1 Love by about 16 points. And nothing spectacular for either team, just barely breaking the 100 mark. But Derry Demons just does just enough with Josh Allen and Barkley and putting the Bills defense against the crappy Jets offense. So they get a total of 100.5. And for 2 Cups and 1 Love, pretty disappointing. He's definitely not the only one that got screwed by performances or lack of performances by Cooper Kupp and Terry McLaurin. So you've got Washington, who scored 30 points, and you look at McLaurin, who's been their number one receiver. If you look at the game totals, you've got 14, 22, 23, 21, and pretty much double digits the rest of the way. Although you can see, like anyone, there's going to be some games where they just don't get the action. So that was week 11. And then unfortunately coming in week 17 against a crappy Atlanta secondary, only gets 1 catch for 5 yards. And you'll see Zach Ertz on the bench with 22 points, but can't really fault the GM for starting McLaurin, who, as you saw from his track record, you'd expect a lot more. Same with Cooper Kupp. He's been very up and down. You can see last 3 games has barely gotten anything. He did have some good games earlier. Obviously he had the first game of the year, which was awesome. Then he got hurt in the second game, came back and has been pretty consistent. But you can see the 4 out of the last 5 weeks, just very, very limited, if not non-existent production. So that's pretty much what explains why the Derry Demons get the third place win over 2 Cups and 1 Love. Of course, the main event is the championship game, which Gritty Dancer easily defeated upstart Judgment Day 165 to 127. Gritty Dancer, who was pretty solid all year, did have a little dip in the middle, but was, I believe, our top scorer in the league, if not in the top 2 or 3. He gets the 40 points from Baker Mayfield. Solid day from Henry, Bucky Irving, and just consistency all up and down, if not spectacular. The only one with more than 20 plus points was Baker Mayfield, more than 23 points, but just consistency down the line through the rest of the team other than the defense. Pretty savvy move putting in Baker Mayfield over Patrick Mahomes, although both quarterbacks did have a great day. On the other side, Judgment Day did get the expected points from Jaden Daniels, who's been nasty the last several weeks. And not a bad day overall. Trey McBride got his first touchdown of the year. He was on my son's fantasy team, and he was complaining that He had the most receptions ever by someone who did not get a touchdown, although he did get a touchdown in week 9. So I'm not sure where that stat came from. Or am I looking at the wrong person? Trey McBride. I thought he had a touchdown. Oh, he had a receiving touchdown. There we go. So McBride had not had a single receiving touchdown until the last game, although he did have one rushing touchdown in week 9. So that explains that. So nice day there. And Jalen McMillan, who came out of nowhere a few weeks ago to score points, he did okay, but just not enough points the rest of the way around, and didn't help to have the Colts defense against the Giants, who scored 45 points and gave them a negative result. But not much help on the bench either. So pretty dominating win for Gritty Dancer. And Matt Ryan, the owner, general manager of Gritty Dancer, they get the win to win the league. This, I think, is the second official fantasy football year for Dads in Business. First one with this group. So we're going to just say that Matt Ryan wins the inaugural championship for the Dads in Business Fantasy Football League. And if we look at the final standings, you can see the top 4 are based on the playoff results. The other ones are due to the results in the kind of losers bracket. So you can see the Killer Bees, my team, did not end up in the cellar in spite of going 0-9 to start the season, 4-2 to end the season, which helped. And then, of course, if you look at the points for the Gritty Dancer, did score the most points in the league all year. So justice was served with the win for Matt Ryan. Congratulations. Hopefully we'll do it again next year. I hope you enjoyed these updates. And congrats once again. And I will be making the payout to everybody as soon as I get the last pay in from that one person who I will talk to offline. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a happy new year, and we'll see you at one of our events pretty soon. We've got the poker night coming up on the 11th, Saturday the 11th. $50 buy-in plus $20 food and drink cost. If you want to save your spot, you can Venmo me your $20 food purchase, or you can Venmo me the entire amount, but at least $20 to save your spot. That's coming up on January 11th, Saturday. Otherwise, again, Happy New Year. Good luck getting back to work and getting back into the vibe of things. And now you can watch playoffs without worrying about fantasy. So thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.